Hey, everybody, and welcome to Just Another WoW Show. My name is Eric, and this week, I am only one half of your nerd on this show. We are missing Trevor. You can see this beautiful man right here. Andre, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Well, yeah, I'm doing good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing well. You?
I'm doing great and fantastic at the same time. I have Andre. Actually, is typically the guy that we have running all the everything to the side, but this week we have it all right here because Trevor's not here this week. And unfortunately, I haven't heard from him. I really hope he's okay.
Yeah, I do too. I know he's going out golfing. I know he had a bum.
But that was really early this morning.
Man, when I've gone golfing before in the past, it wouldn't be uncommon for me to be out there for 8 hours.
Yeah, but that was like 12 hours ago.
Oh, did he go golfing at like 7?
He went really early this morning. Anyways,
yeah.
So Trevor, hope you're good. Hope you're okay. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so this week, we're going to go ahead and talk
I'm
about...
just thinking of all the things, like the funny things that could have happened.
Don't worry about
like
it, man.
clown cars and aliens and stuff.
So to keep us focused, we're going to go ahead and talk about... There's a ton of changes coming up, or that came out during the last week or so that we are going to talk about.
No, we're not. I'm not going to talk about all the alpha changes.
No.
Okay.
No, what got released on MMO Champion and stuff like that. Not those changes.
Okay, I thought you were talking like character specific.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right, so we're going to be talking about Azeroth choppers.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the new tier sets that they've released. We're going to be talking about the challenge mode weapon, the sneak peek they gave us of that challenge mode weapon. And what else? What else? Did you have anything?
No, that's about it. I mean, they did release some of the outpost information. They did release some of the boss information. That's
the Garrison Dev Cooler, yeah, part 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they also released some information about the. Correct me if I mispronounce this. The Gruul, the big ogre guys.
Yeah,
Gruul. Yeah.
What's his name? What's his specific name though? He's a Gron, but he's like Gruul the Slayer or something.
Anyway, we'll look it up.
Yeah, he's like this big bad guy that's been around for a while.
Literally, he's like, just picture the tallest building in your head, and he's probably that size. He's huge.
Some people might not be very imaginative though. They may be thinking 2-story. We're not talking like home. We're talking business. We're talking like corporate America kind of thing.
Yeah, we're talking at least 60 feet, man. This guy, if you saw him, you could see him from miles away, and you'd be like, I'm going the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So first off, I'd like to kick it in with Azeroth choppers.
Yes, I did. Now, granted, for the viewers, I was too lazy to actually watch the episode, but I did look at the chopper pictures in depth, and I have to say...
Did you get your monocle out? That's how you looked at it in depth?
Yes, I pulled up the magnifier.
You pretentious asshole.
So anyway, wow, pretentious. That's a big word for you.
I know.
Oh, wow. So
you don't think I prepped for this show?
No, I don't think you do.
Well,
So
I just did.
I'm going to go into the phantasmagoric nature of these bikes. But it's no longer phantasmagoric, ladies and gentlemen. It is in real life. These things are fantastic, beautiful, except the Alliance Chopper, which I think looks like a big, shiny centipede. They should have never, ever, ever, ever put tank treads on the Azeroth Chopper for the Alliance.
It looks so much like a snowmobile.
Yes,
It looks way too much like a snowmobile.
I think the...
Whoa. Okay. That scared me right there.
Yeah, we just went back to our Twitch page, and all of a sudden we look like the Cubics.
We looked like Slenderman.
That's right. Wow. Way to date yourself, man. Way to date yourself.
That's like 3 months old.
Shh, nobody knows that. So anyway,
I knew that.
I didn't.
Okay.
So
All right. So yeah. So choppers.
so the choppers, the Alliance Chopper. Swear to God, I had hopes for it. They really bent out the metal, so it looked really shiny. You know, it looked clean. You know, that's the Alliance. Clean, precision, shiny, holiness. But then, exactly. I mean, it looks like paladin or plate armor, whether it be on a paladin or warrior from the Alliance, and you're charging into battle. The only problem, it has two stupid tank treads in the front and the back for their wheels, and then they kind of, it looks like they took a normal motorcycle, grabbed it from the rear, yanked it back like they were trying to do something fancy with it, and then it just turned out to a...
It was too long.
Yeah.
The bike was too long. The tank treads made it too long, and it just looked a lot like a snowmobile. And then on top of that, the butt of it, the way that they layered all the pieces, all the they wanted to layer the metal so that it looked like plate armor, like it's layered. But and even the Blizzard guys brought it up to him, like, "Hey guys, this kind of looks like." Whoa, dude, you look weird.
No. It's because of the my computer. Remember when I'm running our video capture and Twitch at the same time? I told you it wasn't working last week. It just couldn't handle it.
I've never seen this happen. So
Yeah.
I've never seen the computer.
I did. It's
gonna
the
be
master
distracting.
behind the scenes.
I'm looking right at you. I'm looking right at you guys.
That's why I paused
How you
it.
doing?
So
But yeah, so the Blizzard guys came out and they said, "Hey, just so you guys know that when you guys are layering its metal, we have these Nerubians, the bugs
oh yeah.
from the Encourage. They have those kind of layers on them that they're like, hey, it kind of looks like that. I know you're going to make it shiny, but it might just look like these in the game."
Exactly, and
It did. Really, really did.
I was saddened by that because realistically, I wanted two awesome choppers. Because, you know, realistically, we may be Horde, but we all had, like, I had Alliance for the longest time, and then Eric convinced me to go Horde, and now I'm just kind of a Horde purist. But realistically, one of these days, I'll make an Alliance tune just so I could replay the content because Eric and I both like the story content on both sides of the factions.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, Horde is evil. I'm like, no, you can't look at it as evil or good on either side of the faction because they both have done...
I think that's why they got away from like good and evil, and they just started saying it's red versus blue.
Exactly. Because, the Alliance, they've done some horrible things to the Horde, and the Horde have done definitely some horrible things to the Alliance.
Yeah, it just always seems more questionable when you see what the Horde has done. And this brings into... This is going to bleed over. Let me finish my Azeroth choppers
Yeah, I was about to say, let's finish.
Then let me get into the whole psychology, just the philosophy that's going on in WoW that bugs me.
I sorry guys, jump to topics. Let's go on with Azeroth
So
choppers.
Azeroth choppers or Azerothian choppers or whatever it's called.
Whatever.
The Horde bike is just, and I'm going to use this word, and I'm sure everyone who's been paying attention to WoD has heard it plenty of times. It looks savage. It looks beastly.
It looks like Garrosh Hellscream on a motorcycle, in my opinion.
Yeah, his shoulder pads and everything on the bike. Switching back, because we missed one thing that I really hated about the Alliance bike.
What is that?
The stupid swashbuckler cutlass swords on the side. What the shit is that?
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna be a pirate today. Yay! Yeah.
They have variant the handle, the brake, and the clutch.
Yeah.
Those are both. Is that a clutch?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not really big into that
Well,
kind of stuff. Anyways,
yeah,
but
whatever.
those are the handles of Varian's sword. Shalamir. Yeah.
You're
Anyways,
the lore guy.
I don't know how to spell these things or pronounce them. I'm pretty bad at that.
Hooked on Phonics, Google Translator.
Hooked on phonics word for me.
Apparently not.
I think it's Charlemagne or Shalamir. Charlemagne.
Something
Okay.
with an S.
His swords that he carries around, like the legendary sword that, like, as soon as the Horde sees it, they're like, "Whoa!" It's like on the level of oh my god, Doomhammer.
Oh yeah, Doomhammer. Yeah,
It's
Doomhammer.
like it's just as recognizable.
By the way, for all you kids who don't know what Doomhammer is, you better Google it because that is like the most iconic weapon in WoW.
If you don't know what that is, then hopefully you know what Gore Howl is, and it's on the
Hopefully.
same level as that. But yeah, so it's they They have it has the handlebars are like the handles of the swords, like the hilt of the sword.
Yeah.
And then
That was a cool idea.
yeah, that's a great idea. And then the sword, Charlemagne is like this crazy cool ass sword. And then for whatever reason they put like just shiny
But
cutlasses.
it's bumpers on the bike now.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like they were like, well, we made the Horde bike look so aggressive with these tusks. I think we need to do the same thing, but for the Alliance. But we're going to use shiny swords that you would never see.
Do they not know who Anduin Wrynn is? How badass he was during the Garage Hellscream fight? I mean, the sheer look says badass. Why would you make the Alliance
Anduin?
bike? Yeah, Anduin.
The boy?
No,
prince?
Oh, yeah, the prince, the adult prince. Or did I say the wrong name?
Anduin's the priest.
Ah, crud. Wrong guy.
Varian Wren?
Thank you.
All right, yeah. Trevor would be so angry with you. Varian Wren is like his favorite warrior.
My bad, everybody. I was thinking Varian Wrynn, not Anduin. My bad. Sometimes I mess it up. But anyway, Varian Wrynn. I mean, if you look at him, that is the symbol of the Alliance's aggression, the Alliance's overall tenacity. And that should have been portrayed in that bike. Should have been that tenacity. You know,
They kind of took like a Warcraft 3 knight
exactly.
and then just put it on a bike
I mean, anybody who has ever played
with
Warcraft,
a pirate sword.
yeah, anybody's ever played Warcraft 3, the knights, especially if you get Frozen Throne, you can get the upgraded knights. They look shiny, they look pretty. But problem is, that's all they really were is pretty. They're just an add-on, a supplement to your combat team. And that's what this bike is. I mean, I would never see this bike in combat.
I didn't understand that last part you just said.
It doesn't matter. I'm just rambling. So anyway,
Yeah, let's not smash words in here that don't need to be here. Cut out the fluff.
it made sense to me.
You lost me there.
Okay, well, sorry everybody. Sometimes what I say doesn't get clear.
Convoluted.
A little bit. That's why I'm behind the scenes. So, so anyway, focusing on it, tenacity should be like awesome. You know, some battle damage. But no, they made it look super pretty. Because the way I was looking at these bikes is we just got out of a big war. Why do both these bikes have to be pretty? Excuse me, why does the Alliance bike have to be pretty? It shouldn't have been.
Well, I think they weren't looking for them to be pretty. I think the look that they were going for was for it to be glorious and like.
But they failed on the Alliance bike.
No, I think it still looks glorious. Like it still looks like it's leading the like.
Yeah.
If that was like the flagship of the Alliance, you would know it's Alliance if it's coming at you. There's no question that bike's not Alliance.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
And the Alliance is like they're like high society, sophisticated, to where the Horde is more dirt and grime and grit kind of thing. Like, so it's a lot easier to make a bike look gritty than it is to make a bike look high class and
symbolic, you know.
Yeah, like I think they had a really hard challenge with the Alliance bike, and I think had they not gone for this crazy out there, like had they not gone for this crazy looking bike, like if they would have just done 2 tires and then a regular size bike, I think they could have done a really fantastic job.
Yeah.
And then at that point, because the back end wouldn't have been so long, they wouldn't have had to make such a long rear end, which would have removed the Nerubian butt, like beetle thing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it reminded me of, like a cross between a beetle and a motorcycle. And
Yeah.
but then
Shiny beetle.
now that we're off of our Alliance bash fest on the Azeroth chopper for that side, really
I wonder who we're voting for.
Oh, I know. So realistically, really looking at the bikes, the Horde bike, I really can't say anything wrong with it. It's got war damage. It's got massive tusks. It's got Garrosh-looking shoulder pads. It's got tank treads in the back like it should because
It's a trike.
Exactly. It should be a trike. We want, as Horde, we want it functional, not really pretty. We want a functional bike. And as a trike, we're going to be able to go over hilltops. We're going to be able to go over mountains. And we're going to bring the fight to them with that bike, especially with the big tire or...
The 30-inch tire on the front.
Exactly. And that way, you know, it's got
chains, it's got spikes, it's got tusks.
stuff that we could like mount our enemies on. That's a Horde bike.
Yeah. So, and in all honesty, I would have voted for whatever bike I actually liked better. I was not going to have a preference.
Uh-oh. It's really small again.
Let's not talk about that. So let's see. I didn't notice that we had any commenters.
I
But yeah,
know.
I would have voted for whatever bike I thought was.
Give me 1 second, folks, here. I'm going to pop out this
You
chat.
can not talk about what you're doing so I can finish my sentence.
Sorry?
Thank you. But whatever bike was actually better, I would have voted for. And I don't doubt that they will just release whatever. They'll release both the bikes in game to each faction. They may just like charge one faction like $5 and they'll do some donation thing to get it if you like for the loser. But I was actually talking to one of my friends and I was like, you know, like when you go to a website and you vote for something like best video game,
Yeah.
and then it tells you the percentages right then and there. How much mayhem?
Yeah, mayhem. Yeah, that's
Mayhem would be caused if they did that right now, where like you could actually see the Horde just going
Oh.
da, 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 and the Alliance going tick tick tick.
right. And this just in, both Ogremar and Undercity are being hit constantly by the Alliance.
So wait, we
Well,
had comments.
we
Where'd
lost.
they go?
Well, I don't know what happened. I popped it out, and now we lost everything. And
There we go.
Oh, there it's back. Yeah, but we can't read
See,
it though.
Eternal Fate. Hey, buddy, what's up? Welcome back.
Yep. For everybody who's been posting, sorry that we haven't really been paying attention to that. We've been more focusing on other stuff. For instance, us trying to jive. And realistically, usually I'm in the behind the scenes so I can see this, but looks like you guys got some comments for us. Eric, can you read that?
Yeah. So, I'll go with Eternal Fate real quick. Well, actually, Bad Itch, I can answer your question faster. Trevor went golfing this morning, and we haven't heard from him. So we are starting to theorize maybe there was some clown cars involved and some aliens. Not exactly sure what's going on there because we have not heard from him. I have my phone sitting right here, and I'm just kind of waiting for him, but I haven't seen anything. So, yeah, that's where he's at.
I'm thinking the best. I think he just got picked up by some celebrity. He's out there partying in the mansion, and he's having a good old time.
Yeah, that could probably be it.
Yeah.
Party Boy picked him up, or Johnny Knoxville, or
Lucky
maybe
SOB.
Chuck Liddell finally chased him down.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Oh,
So if we have any video of that, we will definitely be showing it next week.
yeah, that would be nuts. My brain is just going off on all these tangents now with all the stuff
Squirrel?
going on. But yeah, so Eternal Fate. Yeah, so you were talking about how the lore pushes the Alliance and the Horde like to good and evil. I would actually recommend for you to go pick up the new Christie Golden book, War Crimes, World of Warcraft War Crimes, where they put the Horde on, or they put Garrosh on trial in Pandaria. Pandaria takes a neutral stance, and then the Horde has to defend Garrosh, and the Alliance accuses Garrosh of the actions everyone knows that he's guilty for, but they just put it into a court perspective and actually like proving everything. So I mean, they actually make it a good point in there to say that like both sides have actually wronged the other, and it makes a good argument. And I'm not saying that if the Horde never invaded Azeroth, we would never have these conflicts, so they are the aggressors. But since then, if you look past that and you look from the current events, it's really hard to kind of figure out who's doing who wrong. I mean, it's obvious that like the undead, like Sylvanas the Scourge, they definitely are being antagonist, and they're causing a lot of problems by using the plague and all that stuff. And
I mean, oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, even in War Crimes, I mean, it still shows Sylvanas as once again her own agenda. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think in a million years, because of all the stuff that happened to her, all the wrong that happened to her, and in good reason. I mean, yeah, she's got a lot to hate for, but I just don't think she's ever truly going to submit to the Horde. She will be with them as long as it seems fit for, or it deems beneficial for her.
Yeah, until she's strong enough to take them back over, or until she takes it over by force. I don't see her agreeing with the Horde or the Alliance for that matter, because the Alliance turned their backs on her.
Yeah, and I mean, also, granted, the more recent events that everybody's got their minds on, that is why Horde got painted in a bad light as a mana bomb on Theramore. That's the biggest one everybody remembers. Then Garrosh dropping the is it a Old Gods? Old God Heart?
Yeah, the heart of don't remember his name.
But it's an Old God Heart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dropping that in the well and then just destroyed Pandaria.
The Veil of the Eternal Blossoms.
Yeah, so
which was like a holy place that had not been touched for thousands of years.
So, but that wasn't the Horde, though. I mean, and that's what War Crimes will kind of explain, is that was the actions of one man, or orc, that was unfortunately following the steps of his father's Grom Hellscream back in the day. But Grom Hellscream, realistically, his actions weren't his own, because when he...
Your father dabbled in powers he did not understand.
Wait, who said that?
Where is he now?
Who said that?
Terran Zoo.
Oh, that's right.
On the bridge. God, I got goosebumps when he said that. When he had his hat down the whole time. I actually, I kind of have goosebumps right now.
Yeah, he does. He's got goosebumps.
But he's got like his hat down like this, and he's like, your father dabbled in powers he didn't understand. And then he like tilts up, and you see like his eye, and he's like, where is he now?
Yeah.
And I was like, ah.
Pretty much. I mean, it's Grom Hellscream's like, ooh, Demon's Blood. This is a good idea.
Because it's power.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, humans would have done it. If we got offered Demon's Blood, I guarantee you humans would have done it. Guarantee you.
Yeah. I mean, the humans in Azeroth, I don't think Blizzard would have ever taken it that way.
But no, in retrospect, I mean, if they wanted to paint the humans as a horde, we would have so done it, though. But,
yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of greed and all that stuff. But.
Exactly. So Grom Hellscream did that, and then it paints Garrosh Hellscream. Once again, he did what his father did. He just
Breaking news here. I got to cut in here.
What happened?
I saw something in the patch notes, in the data mine, that we're going to be dealing with Garrosh Hellscream within, like, the first scenario.
No.
Like, you just get over there, and it's going to be, like, right there. Like, the first scenario has, like, talk to your faction leader, like the one that's leading your army. And then, like, the third step, it says deal with Garrosh Hellscream.
I just got goosebumps.
Did you?
That's epic.
It's just funny to me. Like, we've... The very first thing we do after raiding Garrosh for the last 10 months, 12 months, we're going to go in there and finally actually kill him. I mean, I hope we actually kill him this time. Or we break his legs. Like, because in the book, he was limping. I just want to finish breaking that leg.
You know what I think is going to happen? And I just see it happening. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. Grom Hellscream redeemed himself by killing... I forgot what demon it was. Manaroth, thank you. I guarantee you, Garrosh Hellscream would maybe realize that creating the Iron Horde was a bad idea, and he's going to side with us.
You obviously didn't finish the end of the Christy Golden War Crimes book.
No. I did. I'm just saying I think that's where it's going to turn.
There's no way. I am not going to spoil this book. If you want to check it out, it's a short read. It's a decently fun read. I have my own frustrations with it, but the ending... The last couple chapters, you want to look for, if you just want to search through the book, like if you have it on Amazon or PDF or wherever you get it, search for conversations between Anduin and Garrosh, and there's a moment where you're just like, damn!
Yes,
that is messed up, Garrosh. Like, how could you say that?
I mean, I reread it when he said that, but I got this feeling that they're going to paint Garrosh in a redeeming light eventually. I'm not saying it's going to happen right when it comes out.
I don't know. I just can't see that. I can't agree to disagree.
I know that.
Because we could bet on it.
No, I don't have a lot of money to bet on. That's cool.
Kicking the nuts?
You already owe me one of those. We're cool.
I can make it two.
No.
Because I know I'll win.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is not going to be
He just
two.
knows I'm going to win.
No, I just know he's going to kick me in my nuts.
Because I'm going to win.
Because he's going to win. He's been right before, but, I'm the pessimist. I'm going to think the opposite way. And the negative.
He just doesn't like it when I'm right.
I hate it.
All the time.
So anyway, moving on, that we beat a dead horse constantly. But we've talked some good stuff. Lore is always good, by the way. If you guys want to know lore, there's a ton of websites out there. MMO Champion, Reddit, a bunch of the other ones. They have a lot of stuff on there.
WoW Insider. They're really
WoW
good too.
Insider, that was the other one I was missing. And even World of Warcraft's website. Now they got a really cool lore thing going on. But realistically, I guarantee you that's going to make World of Warcraft way more enjoyable instead of you just logging in and playing a game. You're going to be like, wow, I remember reading about that, or wow, I remember reading about this, and now you're experiencing it. That's what's going to set the game apart.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changed how I play the game by knowing the lore and stuff. Because then, like, I see a character and I'm like, oh, this is that one dude from, like, the leader of Dalaran. He actually has a couple books, Ronin. He actually is in a couple books. He actually has, like, dealings with Deathwing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I remember correctly, I don't remember which book it is, but he actually damages Deathwing. He actually tears the plate, like one of the plates off of his body,
Oh, I forgot
and
what book
causes
that
him to
was.
retreat. Like that. I mean, that was the leader of the Kirin Tor that was recently murdered by the mana bomb that dropped down.
Yeah.
But
Also, Ronan was the guy that helped out in the 10,000 Year War back in the day. So I mean, he's been. When he died in Theramore, I cried, like not physically, but like,
aww,
he was my hero, man. I mean, he was
the raptor talker.
I don't care about that. Forget about the raptor talking. Forget about it.
It's the only like big hole in his story where it's like,
I know.
Go ahead.
Don't listen to this guy. But he was like he was the wizard. I actually he got so powerful. I don't even really call him a wizard anymore. I mean he was like seriously a demigod in sorts because he was so strong, and he was the one that held back the mana bomb. Keep in mind, I don't think any other human could have done that.
He didn't hold it back. He redirected it. So like he
Whatever.
deflected
with
it.
semantics.
Yeah.
But nobody else could have done that. Ronan did that. Well, he also had help with.
Jaina could have. She's stronger than.
Is she stronger than Ronan?
Yeah, they made it a point to say like that. She, and if they go with like the
Somebody
non-canon
just pissed
stuff,
in my Cheerios.
yeah, if they go with the non-canon stuff, then actually Medivh is still alive somewhere, and Medivh's mother, the last guardian, gifted her power to Jaina. Like part of her power was given to Jaina. So she has like part of the powers of a guardian of the world.
Oh, that's true.
So
Well, Element Fate does bring up a good point. The Horde, even though they both done wrong, he is stating, and I'm pretty sure he's right, the Horde has not only wronged the Alliance, but they've also wronged a lot of the neutral factions.
yeah,
But I also have to say the Alliance has too. Case in point, look at the two neutral factions on Pandora. The Horde gets the monkey guys, the Alliance gets the fish guys. If the Alliance was truly as good as they put themselves out to be, they would have tried to befriend the Hosen. The Hosen. They would have tried to befriend them. And they would also try to befriend the other neutral factions. So we, and not as in a big way, have also wrong neutral factions.
yeah, and basically, Eternal Fate, I agree. The Horde definitely, they have to be the antagonist. They have to cause problems. Otherwise, we don't have a story. We don't have any gameplay. But there are situations where, like, the Alliance has betrayed, like, the humans have betrayed the humans. Like, that's actually, like, a big story about the, oh, God, what are they called? The Worgen? Greymane. He actually, when the Horde was originally invading Azeroth, they built their wall and hid behind their wall instead of coming to help the other factions. And then there was the guy in Alterac Valley who put a wager or bargain or what was that treaty?
Yeah, treaty.
Had a treaty with Doomhammer, Ogrim Doomhammer, where he basically offered him safe passage through Alterac Valley to get to the Lordaeron. To get to Lordaeron to fight them, as long as his village, his castle, his kingdom would be safe. So, I mean, like you're saying, both sides have had their bad dealings, but the Horde is primarily because they are the aliens. Basically, they are from another. Most of them are from another planet. They are invading. It creates conflict. But I also wanted to, as we're talking about lore here, Bad Itch, I think the way that they went through introducing Wrath of the Lich King by giving it, they built that character up, Arthas up, so much. They had Warcraft 3. They then had Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne.
Thrones. Yep.
And then they had the expansion. He had so much backing him. There was so much story. There was so much involvement like that we all had towards him that we all could care about. Excuse me. We all cared about Arthas and his rise and fall and his ups and downs. And then there was just so much backing to that expansion that they're not going to be able to replicate that again unless they create another RTS or unless they create some other video game that's going to draw people in, make them care about the characters, and then bring them back into WoW and say, here's that story just blown up, or here's an extension of that story blown up.
I mean, that's why I looked forward to that Northrend, because, I mean, you know, you remember all those iconic guys. You know, you got Uther, Muradin, just naming some of the few. Then you got Malfurion's part of it, Tyrande. I believe Illidan was wronged in that one, too.
Yep.
Illidan was wronged. You know, I mean, a lot of pivotal changes in Warcraft 3 happened. And then they released the Burning Crusades, expanded off Illidan's little blight, which is why I love Burning Crusades. I didn't really like some of the class changes they did to it, but
We're just talking lore, though. But
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, the lore, amazing. Frozen Throne, same thing. Amazing. But we'll never get that again. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Never get that again.
But yeah, Wrath of the Lich King is currently my favorite.
You want to click on one of the tabs. There you go. So, moving on. They have some... Have we talked about gear yet?
Nope.
All right, so we're going to talk about the new T17 gear set. And for all of you who haven't looked this up yet, it is amazing. Right now we're looking at the Shaman gear set, and they got two versions of the same set. However, the tier set in itself looks so detailed with the new character model, it is unbelievable. I mean,
yeah, they're definitely doing a great job with the artwork right now. Like, they're putting a lot of good time into it. So we're getting the new character models, and I was kind of worried that the new armor models weren't going to be up to par with the new character models. And also...
the fear is gone.
Yeah, fear is definitely gone. I mean, they're doing a great job. And, I mean, like, the differences they're doing with LFR gear and flex and all that stuff, it's... In my mind, they're creating additional stress for themselves by creating different models. I would much rather them just do one set of gear and then just improve on it with every tier. Well, I'm sorry, not with every tier, but every item level. So,
well, I mean, what it looks like now, what they're doing, which is smart, is they're literally just putting a fresh new paint on a higher tiered model. For instance, and I'm gonna screw it up, but like the flex or the new normal dungeon, you'll have like a silver tent. And then if you get, like, say, Mythic, I'm not sure if this is exact or not, I'm just giving an example, you'll have, like, a gold tent with different color changes, but it still has the basic same look to it.
And then once you get to the Mythic mode, you get all these extra cool little pop-offs that come on, and pieces start moving around, like the Paladin tier 17. They have, like, these working shoulders where it's like how, like, everything floats, like in the current Outlands, like all those islands are floating around. They have the crystals floating around their shoulders and twisting around, doing all this cool stuff.
It's going to be awesome.
Definitely makes me consider doing Mythic, but I will probably wait until we're 2 expansions out. We're like level 115, 120, whatever it is. Then I'll come back and go farm that for a transmog.
Yeah, no kidding, because getting up to Mythic level is going to be impressively hard. But...
I just don't want to coordinate 20 people.
Well, see,
that's my biggest complaint.
And that's my issue too. I mean, 20 people. I mean, you know, but going back on the gear though, it is going to look nice because, for instance, the current PvP P550 Conquest gear, you know, it's got all these really cool things that pop up every once in a while. They're doing that plus more with this new gear coming up. So they've taken their initial stuff and they're like, you know what, we can go one step better, and they did.
They're also, with the new challenge modes, they're also going to be adding in, not customizable, but the weapon will actually, kind of like how the current challenge mode gear has that cool flashy look and it does these little dazzling things. They're actually going to be including weapons into that as well, it looks like. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, for instance, you got like a gold dagger, and then if you do the new challenge mode stuff, that gold dagger is going to have like this really cool little swirling effect, and
It's going to have wings.
It's going to have
be a
wings.
Ret Paladin dagger.
It's going to be pretty impressive. I love seeing the effort they're putting into the character models because realistically, in my opinion,
The models or the gear?
Well, both.
All right.
The character models and the models of the gear. They're putting in so much effort into it, and that was the one thing that has not been updated in forever. I mean, they did a minor update, I believe, in Northrend, and another minor update in Cataclysm. Well, kind of a major update, but realistically, it was the mechanics of it. They were shrinking the size of the game, finishing up models on buildings and stuff like that, doing that kind of stuff. But now, they are really working on the models for the gear and the models for the characters, and marrying up the two. It really finally looks like the next generation of this game. It looks like WoW 2.0 in a sense. It looks really good. Oh, we got some more talkers.
So let's see. The first one that I saw was, do we think WoW is ever going to become pay to win?
I hope not.
No, I don't. I think since some of the recent restructures and redirections of the game, you can definitely see that just the way they're treating LFR, they took LFR and basically said, yeah, that's second rate. Like, I mean, they didn't come out and just say, yeah, it's second rate, but they literally just said, well, we don't want people to get, what is that, progressive rating gear from LFR. We want you to actually do flex to get it. So by them...
We want you to work.
Yeah, by them taking away LFR, taking that out of the equation for progressive, like, trinkets in your tier set, that's specifically what I'm talking about. They took out the class tier sets, and they took out the rotation-changing trinkets out of LFR. Since they did that, they're making it less viable. So they're making it harder to progress, in my opinion. So I don't see a pay to win coming out.
Yeah, I mean, even right now, even its current system right now, paying to win, I don't see it being possible because you would still have to coordinate.
You'd still have to learn the game and get good at it. Because right now, even like the boosting, you boost a level 90 character, and you've played with them. I know you guys have played with freshly 483 boosted characters. This guy right here made me so angry.
So angry.
Boosted and went straight into LFR the moment he could.
No, I did. Okay, maybe I did go.
He did Celestials.
No. I did the Timeless Isle, and I got almost everything 496. Almost everything.
Not when we ran that LFR.
No, seriously. I was only missing 3 pieces of Timeless gear, and I had everything else 496.
All right. Anyways,
but I still sucked.
Yeah, so
I
if
still
you,
sucked.
Yeah, even if you pay and skip those 90 levels, you're still not accomplishing anything. You're just getting a level 90 character. I mean, you still have to learn them and get good at them to actually accomplish anything that's, in my opinion, worth anything in the game that actually rewards you.
And realistically, I mean, the smartest way is get the character to level 60, get some professions under your belt, and then boost it. Realistically, you're not paying to win because you've already put in a lot of the work to get him to 60. So you should by then know a general understanding of your class. And if you don't, well, there's a lot of websites to help you train. And, realistically, this is just another way for Blizzard to kind of get some more surge of cash flow out of their player base. And, for a lot of people, leveling up multiple tunes is a pain in the butt for them. They don't like doing it. So it's just a nice way to get to 90, get to end-game content quickly, and then really start hitting Timeless Isle, LFR, and really start getting, immersed in the in-game content to prepare for Warlords of Draenor. I thought it was a perfect idea.
Yeah, so to answer Downtime 91's question, no, we don't think that pay to win is going to be a WoW thing. But yeah, I mean, other than that, what have you been doing in WoW this week?
Not a whole lot. The only thing I've really been doing is hopping on every once in a while with my brother, doing some Conquest PvP stuff, trying to max out my Conquest thing. I swear to God, I will never max out my Valor. It ain't going to happen. Not getting Legendary Cloak.
Oh, there's another reason why it's not pay to win, because you still have to grind out all the freaking valor they make you grab.
Yeah, you know, you can go ahead and pay those gold farmers hundreds of dollars, get all the gold you want. That still is not going to get you that legendary cloak at the end of the day. You are still going to have to put in your hours of time getting that valor, getting those honor points, getting that conquest points, whatever kind of points you want to get the better tier gear. You can't pay to get that. And until they add a mechanic in, then it's never going to be pay to win. It just ain't going to happen. What else we got?
Yeah, valor sucks. I'm sorry, I didn't actually listen to that little spiel, but I'm pretty sure it came down to valor sucks.
Yeah, valor sucks. Valor is the worst thing since sliced bread. I mean,
sliced bread's amazing. Makes sandwiches and peanut butter and jellies and grilled cheese and egg sandwiches and toast.
And makes you fat, like me.
It's delicious.
I know it's delicious.
I don't care what it does to me.
But anyway, the one thing though,
as long as it's...
speaking of which, the only way the game could become pay to win is if they removed that type of currency. If all of a sudden Blizzard's like, you know what, this currency is just making, you know, it too hard. Like,
I'm sorry, you got to actually get into this. I can't even think of where you're going with this.
Oh, all right. So for instance, if they removed valor, honor, conquest, and they made it to where you just had to pay for everything in gold, then I could see the game being a pay to win. You could just pay gold farmers to give you thousands and thousands of gold.
And then your account gets banned.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's the only way to do a pay to win is by doing it that way. So that's why I'm saying it'll never happen. There's just no way. They would have to drastically change the architecture of the game.
So you started that sentence by saying the only way that I could see this possible, and you ended that sentence with there is no way possible.
Yeah, that made sense, didn't it? No?
It's okay, buddy.
Apparently it makes sense to me.
Yeah, so I had...
My head
I saw
hurts.
something. Yeah, you definitely stretched your brains there.
For all of you, if you can see the smoke, it is from my head.
My thoughts on fedoras was that King White Knight. Well, we have a rule, and I'm pretty sure it's a well-known rule, that it's one fedora per crew.
Why can I not think of fedoras?
It's hat, and then it has the rim around it, and it looks pretty slick and all that. And
oh, you know, like with the feather in it and everything like that? No.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Gay.
Yeah. Well, no, like one of my buddies a long time ago, he had, we were going by that one fedora per crew rule. And this is completely out of WoW, but I will take a moment to answer this. He started actually purchasing like 15, 20 of these different hats. So they were all different. And at that point, he purchased and invested so much into these hats that none of us were like, we're not going to compete. Like, we're not even going to try. So my opinion on fedoras, I've never worn one.
However, it would be pretty cool if you could...
Oh, I was in a quinceañera. I had a fedora then.
Oh, it would be pretty cool if they added in more costume type stuff in WoW with fedoras going back to WoW. I mean,
that's a great way to tie it in.
Yeah, couldn't you think, you know, walking down, you know, the streets of Orgrimmar or the streets of Stormwind with a big old fedora, a pinstripe suit.
Do they still have the diamond tip cane in the game? I had it on my bank tune.
Oh my lord!
I might actually still have it.
But that's another thing too that I think is really missing is costumes. Just costumes. Because wouldn't it would be cool just to dress up like a pimp and walking down the streets of Stormwind, and then if you have like the whole set, you get a set bonus like a special emote. You know, like
yeah,
it just does something.
Your character gets a special dance move or something.
Exactly,
like that,
it just does something stupid, but that would be cool if tailors could craft it, or leather workers have their own gear, tailors have their own gear, but you could sell it, and that way you could buy it, you could dress up in a costume. I mean, it can't be something too vulgar. So I know where probably some people are thinking like, if you're dressing up like a pimp, you can do a bitch slap kind of thing. No.
Yeah. Well, I don't want them to spend time on that because they already spent enough time this week or a couple weeks ago. They delayed my alpha release.
Okay, here we go.
They delayed my alpha and my beta.
Here we go.
To make us purses and backpacks. Backpacks. To make backpacks and purses and fanny packs. They delayed my alpha.
Fanny packs. Yes, actually, that is a thorn in all of our sides. How do you think we're going to get the... Oh, that's right. We have subscriptions. So why are they making backpacks, purses, and fanny packs?
I don't connect the dots.
I was making fun of Blizzard for making backpack, purses, and fanny... Oh, my God. I suck today.
Yep. Anyway,
So this is why I'm behind the scenes.
When he's talking about, or when I brought up backpacks, fanny packs, and purses, what I mean is that they're adding pouches that are visible on your character, quivers that are visible on your character. And don't get me wrong, I think it's going to be a wonderful, cool thing that they do in the game.
It's not necessary.
And it's not like they actually delayed because of this. It was just they said, I saw a Twitter post saying that they're struggling getting the beta out on time, like when they thought they would. And then they turned around and I think it was within the hour that they posted a thing saying, "Hey, purses." And I was like, "You sons of bitches."
You know what I think? I think they were just scrambling to find an excuse for the gaming community, and they just, all right, the wheel of excuses. There we go.
Yeah, I definitely think there is one of those.
Hey, trust me, I'm an IT guy. We have something like that.
Downtime 91 asks about the RNG in WoW, and seeing a lot of people QQ about it, and looking. I actually do have Blizzard has announced a couple things that are fixing with that. If you're a PvPer, you're going to be getting gear a lot faster. You're going to at least get entry level gear a lot faster, so that you're not struggling getting caught up. Just by simply giving you boxes at the end of every match. So if you stick it out and you stick through the whole BG, you will get that. You will get that box that has a chance at giving you honor quest or honor conquest or crafted gear. Like actually just hand you a piece. And depending on how well your team did, whether you did poor, you did good, you did the best, you'll get a different amount of boxes. With higher, and the higher boxes have higher chances of getting stuff. Also, on top of that, at the end of a rated battleground, you'll be able to use your bonus roll tokens at a second chance of getting loot.
Epic.
On RBGs only. And if you think RBGs are out of the question for you, just spam chat. I'm telling you right now, if you spam chat or even make your own group, making your own group is not that hard. Just type in, I want to make a YOLO group.
You only live once.
Yeah, make a YOLO group. You don't need to know what it means. All it means, really, is you don't care if you win or lose because you still get conquest points at the end of it. Throw those out there, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now, the other way that you're going to be getting gear, if you're just a PvEer, they're increasing the drop chance on LFR. So if you go into normal dungeons and you get your gear that way, and then you go into LFR, you're going to have, I think they said, double the chances of getting loot. They're really going to increase that. And I do agree that I'm having a long stint of not getting any gear. I've been running normal and Celestials lately, and I've gotten one piece in the last 2 weeks off of 8-9 bosses a week.
Wow.
It's been pretty bad. So I mean, I agree.
So we know what you've been doing in WoW then.
yeah, normal conquest capping and yeah. But yeah, so I definitely think they're going to be addressing those issues in the coming expansion, or if not 6.0. So
yeah, and remember, boys and girls, the LFR is what, normal now? Considered normal? It's like normal. Anyway, but look it up. They got the whole new scheme. It still confuses me to this day. Their comparison charts. So, but I mean, that's what you got to look forward to, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be streamlined. So, what else we got over there?
I guess I'm supposed to say fedoras again. Fedora, and
okay.
Downtime 91 also says, bringing us back to our pay to win conversation. He's saying, what's to stop them? Nothing. They own this game. They can do whatever they want to it. Whether they want us to stick around or not is up to them. They kind of base a lot of their opinions, and I think it's detrimental, actually. I think they're making a lot of their decisions based on our community. It's actually hurting them because they don't want to make these. They didn't want to kill Garrosh because they they either thought he was too good of a character, or they thought the horde would be too much of a kick in their teeth, or for whatever reason they didn't take out Garrosh at the end of this expansion. They actually let Varian stop him. I mean, I just think a lot of decisions they make in this game is affected by the community so much. So I don't think they'll ever do pay to win because they care way too much about what we think.
Which, I don't know. I have a flip side of that coin. I actually like the fact that they're listening to us, but I am with you, though, on the other side of that coin. I think they're listening to us too much in certain regards.
At least in the lore aspect of the game,
Exactly.
they're paying way too much attention to us because one of the biggest things is I think Sylvanas will be such a great it'll be such a great villain. Sylvanas just has so much going on for her, and she has so much anger, and she has so many tools of destruction that she can cause that would turn both Horde and Alliance at her. But she has so much of a following. She has so much of a fan base. I don't know if they'll ever make her evil.
See, this is what I'm hoping Blizzard does, is they take the player comments, they weed out the good from the bad, at least in their mind, because remember, it's still their game, and they kill Garrosh, and they finally make Sylvanas the bad guy. And then that would be like another expansion. Sylvanas is one of the new bad guys. She finally flexes her muscles. I mean, remember, it's the undead. It's the undead. They have poison gas, they have their corrosive gas. They have pretty much any undead. I mean, hell,
Unlimited army.
Pretty much unlimited army. They could even get Saragossa back.
It's the Lich Queen.
Because Saragossa is an undead dragon. I mean, granted, it was run by, Arthas was controlling Saragossa, but she could figure out a way to bring Saragossa back. Now she's got a dragon. And an unlimited life dragon. Just because you kill Saragossa once doesn't mean he's dead forever. He can come back. He's an undead.
There is a point though at which characters in the game in the lore that they cannot come back from. Arthas, when he passed away, they usually typically say like when a person passes away that they see a light and they are going towards the light. But once a character has either died and been revived, they say there's actually the ending scene of Wrath of the Lich King. I only see darkness. And it's the same thing that Sylvanas said when she was dying, and her Valkyrian, the ones that she stole from Arthas and switched places and traded souls.
Yeah.
But she said the same thing. She saw only darkness. She didn't see any light. So if she goes down, she's down for good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I mean, Blizzard could rewrite that,
but see, that ruins it for me with Sylvanas, because Sylvanas is the undead leader. I mean, how can she just be killed in battle and not revive? I don't get that.
Well, I mean, she can. I don't know. I mean, I get your point, but I mean, characters have to have that fear of dying, otherwise you're making a Superman video game.
No. That's why Sylvanas is badass. Instead of you having to kill her, maybe we got to find a creative way to capture her, and not kill her, but just eternally imprison her.
Yeah, but then it gets conflicting as to, okay, well, is she more powerful than Arthas then? Because we could kill Arthas, but we can't kill her. And that just causes, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
oh, God. Okay, moving on from that. That's down a rabbit hole I don't think we want to get into.
Well, actually, we need to let you guys know about one of our affiliates that we're working with. A couple of our friends at 11kindustries.weebly.com. And that's Weebly. They are a custom computer case manufacturer. You can outreach to them. You can go to their website at 11kindustries.weebly.com. Check out some of the work that they've previously done. Currently, they're manufacturing specific parts to a computer case, so that they're trying to make them general so that you can purchase them and apply them to any case. So like the feet to the case, it's simple, but I mean, it could lift it up, give it some more airflow. They're also doing like fan covers, LEDs on fan lights. They're doing grills for the front or back, top, whatever. But you can also request them to do an entire custom case for you. You can either let them choose the parts and materials to work with, or you can then, or you can ship to them the case that you want them to customize for you. Send them pictures. You can contact them via email with pictures and graphics and designs, and they'll work with you and create a custom case for you. No one else will ever have this case unless you allow them to continue to reproduce that. Like, they can advertise it on their site, and someone says, I want that case because you as the creator, had such a great idea.
And I got to say, after looking at their profile, they do some really good work.
Yes, they do. So go ahead and check them out at 11kindustries.weebly.com.
And we'll make sure to post that in the description on the YouTube video. Same with, what's that other YouTube guy you were giving a shout out for last week?
Oh, D-Machine
52?
52. Yeah, D-Machine 52 has this great thing if you're looking for PvP. I'm going to plug this real quick. D-Machine 52 has this series coming out that's called Know Your Enemy. And he's going to go over every class, and he's dropping all the cooldowns that you have to worry about, like when you're fighting another class. When you see these cooldowns, then you need to run away. If you see these defensives, you need to wait till they go away before you burst. When you need to use your defenses, basically, it's just a breakdown of it. And I think it's really, the content is great. And I haven't seen anything for current content that does this. So D-Machine 52 on YouTube, definitely something to check out.
It's helped me out. I viewed the warrior that they had, the mage, and the hunter. I know he's got a few more. He was doing each class every day. I know when I viewed those, I mean, it was kind of awe-inspiring. I mean, it doesn't really what class you play. He does a very good job showcasing all the abilities visually. He just doesn't talk about them. Showcases them visually, and then he says, okay, this is what they look like. This is what you got to look out for. Here, you know, he also plugs in some add-ons, I think, in one of his videos, if I remember correctly, like certain add-ons like Gladiator or something.
Yeah, not really in the Know Your Enemy thing, but he does have other videos that talk about that.
Okay, then I must have watched one of his other videos then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, if you want to know more about the classes you're trying to kill, check them out. D-Machine 52. But that's pretty much it for us this week, guys. Real quick here, I'm going to tell you guys how you can contact us and send us questions, and also where you can watch the full replay of this video. You can check us out on youtube.com, searching for Just Another WoW Show. You'll be able to see our previous 8 episodes and this one. It'll be up in a couple hours. And you can also follow us on Twitter. I think we need to take down our Twitter.
What? Why, you don't like it?
No one touches it.
I've been touching it.
You've been posting things?
I haven't been posting. I've just been refollowing people that have followed us. But there's nothing to really post on there.
Oh, there's plenty of things to post.
Well, if you want me, I could just start copying and pasting stuff.
No, I want you to have your own individual snowflake ideas and post them.
Okay, well, if that's I didn't know.
We're having a business meeting right now.
Yes.
Anyway, so go ahead and follow us on Twitter at its_Jaws, and that will stay up because Andre is going to take care of that for us. You can also follow us on here on Twitch. Really appreciate you guys checking us out.
Seriously, anybody who's made a comment?
Oh, we can see them right here. Eternal Fate, Webby LOL, Downtime 91, Bad Itch. Eternal Fate, I already said you twice. White Knight.
You are double recognized, Eternal Fate.
Well, he was here last week, too.
I know.
I think Bad Itch was also.
I think he was, too.
I
know.
Repeats.
Seriously.
What's up, guys?
You guys make
we're
the show.
We're almost friends. Like, on the third date, we're, like, friends.
One more time, and we're BFFs, guys. But you know, seriously, your comments really help us out. Once again,
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys allow us to dive into certain things like lore, which Eric and he's getting me there. I am not yet to Eric's level, but he's getting me there. And but I mean, you know, you guys ask questions, especially theory crafting questions, which are the best ones, because that's where we would like to see the game. And who knows, maybe Blizzard's actually watching our show, and with your guys' comments, within our comments. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Hey, you know what, Blizzard, jobs?
WoW Insiders had an opening.
Yeah, I'm not qualified for that.
Anyways, I mean, we are only on 9 weeks. We've only been doing this for 9 weeks, so I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing. And again, you can email us at justanotherwowshow@gmail.com. You can follow us here on Twitch by hitting the little follow button, the little purple guy. And you can also follow us on Twitter at its_Jaws. And
We also have a Google Plus account.
which is just YouTube. I mean, that's really the same thing. Oh, God. Twitch, no. Please don't do it.
What happened?
Please don't do it, Twitch. Don't let Google